12-point Richard Sue custom cue available right now in our inventory here at Crossroad Cues. This cue will definitely not last. Richard does world-class cue building work. He also does, of course, some extremely good repair work. People ship him cues from all over the globe to refinish and rewrap and restore. And of course, Richard Sue is a man that needs no formal introduction. Besides these beautiful, well-crafted cues that are super hard to get, he makes arguably the best playing Kielwood shaft in the world. My personal favorite shaft. I love the Hsunami 2.0. The 1.0s play really good too. My preference is the 2.0. I like the 12.9 to 30 inch. And I like a 30 inch shaft, 12.9 to 13 millimeters, what I meant. But in any event, enough about what I like. What do you guys like about this? You just don't see enough of Richard's work because he is so busy building those shafts that everybody wants to get their hands on. There's a really long wait for those shafts, and I would imagine that takes up a whole bunch of his time. In any event, you have 12 Tulipwood points. So you have 6 up top and then 6 reversed down low. So the 6 that are up top, of course, 3 high, 3 low. The neat thing that I really like about this cue, and I like a lot about this cue, I'm going to go into some detail with you, but I'm a big fan of copper when used properly in cues. Okay, now this is an ebony front, and I am positive, without even asking Richard, I could tell by the weight, the forward balance, this is an un-cored ebony cue. Look at that right there. So normally, for instance, if you have ebony, if it was cored with maple or purple heart or something of that nature, when you look down the pin, you're going to see a lighter wood, okay? This is a solid, heavy hitter right here. Solid, heavy hitter. You guys know what I like to do. I always put my personal shaft on the cues when the pin permits. In this case, that is a copper 3/810 modified. I did attach my shaft, and I knew what to expect, but I'll just tell you up front, this thing moves the ball practically by itself. That's how it hits. The reason for that, when you've got the solid un-cored cue, now I'm going to show you your balance point. I'm going to go about mid-wrap. Okay, then I'm going to go mid-wrap again right there, and I'm just going to go 2 fingers, I should say, forward. Now look at your balance point right there. So when you're shooting a shot off the end of a rail, you know that cue is going to stay down as low as you need to go right there. And I'm telling you, this forward balance right here is just phenomenal on this. But anyway, copper 3/810 modified pin, copper rings, love them. And then the inside of each of these clover leaves are inlaid with copper. So the end of each point has copper inside of the clover leaves. Those are tulipwood. And then inside of the tulipwood, he reverses it and does large ebony clover leaves with the copper inlays. There's Richard's signature right there, 2022. Let me give this a little spinderella for you to give you a perspective. Focus on that copper right there, although it's hard not to look at that beautiful tulipwood. And tulipwood, notably going into ebony, is always a home run because it really highlights the beauty of that wood with the darker background. But look at the copper in any event. Watch this. Boom, shakalaka. Look at that bad boy right there. Nice and straight cue, nice and clean cue. Texturized, embossed double E wrap. That is real leather, that's not real elephant, of course. It's got the print of it, the texture of it. And then down in the butt sleeve area here, you have, again, the 6 reverse points, 3 high, 3 low, 3 long, 3 short, however you want to figure that configuration. Look at this right here. Some people just collect tulipwood cues because they're so beautiful. And tulipwood, by the way, is not getting any cheaper or easier to get. It is an extremely hard wood and I don't mean hard as in the density. I'm talking hard as in very difficult to source, especially of this caliber. Look at that tulip wood. I would expect nothing less. This comes with two shafts, of course, that have the matching ring work. One is a Hsunami. How appropriate is that? You can't have a Richard Sue cue without the Hsunami. There you go. Look at that right there. I remember probably 4 or 5 years ago, I got my first Hsunami 1.0, the original one, just like this one. My friend told me how good it played, and I played with it, fell in love with it, kept it, and then when I got a 2.0, I just continue to buy those whenever I get a chance because I really, really think the world of how his shafts play. This has got a maple shaft and the Kielwood, both very, very clean. This cue has seen very light play. It's in great condition, by the way. The Kielwood is 4.2 ounce and 13.15. The maple is 3.8, 13.15. Camel bone ferrules. Camel bone ferrules. Kind of a unique and special touch right there. Richard Sue, 12-pointer, Tulipwood and Ebony, copper, all through this cue, including the pin. It's going to be available on the website if it makes it that far. Hit us up. You can call or text the number on this listing, or there is a contact form on the website, crossroadcues.com. Thank you guys all for your continued love, business, and support. We got a whole lot more custom cues and custom cases where this came from. Feel free to check out our website. And if we can help you with anything at all, reach out by all means. Thank you once again. CrossroadCues.com.